Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. ### Raspberry Pi with lidar sensor tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to use a lidar sensor with the Raspberry Pi. We'll cover the necessary hardware, software setup, and provide a code example to help you get started. #####. What is lidar? Lidar, light detection and ranging, is a remote sensing method that uses light in the form of a pulsed laser to measure variable distances to the Earth. Lidar is commonly used for mapping, obstacle detection, and environmental monitoring. ######. Hardware requirements. 1 Raspberry Pi, any model with GPIO pins, example Raspberry Pi 3 or 4. 2 lidar sensor, example lidar-lite v3, tfmini, or other compatible sensors. 3 Power supply, for Raspberry Pi. 4 Jumper wires. 5 Breadboard, optional, for easier connections. 6 microsd card, with Raspberry Pi OS installed. 7 USB to TTL serial adapter, if using a serial lidar that doesn't support direct GPIO connection. ###### Software requirements. 1 Raspberry Pi OS, Raspbian. 2 Python, usually pre-installed in Raspberry Pi OS. 3 Required Python libraries. Serial, for serial communication. Time, for delays. Matplotlib, optional, for data visualization. You can install any missing libraries using pip. ######. Connecting the lidar sensor. 1 Wiring, connect the lidar sensor to the Raspberry Pi. The wiring will depend on the specific sensor model. Generally, you will connect VCC to a 5V pin on the Raspberry Pi, GND to a ground pin, TX, transmitter, to a GPIO pin, for UART communication, or to the RX pin of the USB to TTL adapter. RX, receiver, to a GPIO pin or to the TX pin of the USB to TTL adapter. 2 GPIO pins, if you're using GPIO pins for communication, make sure to note which pins you are using. ######. Example code. Here's a simple example to read distance data from a lidar sensor using Python. ######. Running the code. 1 Save the code in a file named lidar_reader.py. 2 Open a terminal on your Raspberry Pi and navigate to the directory where the file is saved. 3 Run the script. ######. Visualizing data, optional. If you want to visualize the data, you can modify the code to store the distance readings and plot them using Matplotlib. Here's a simple example of how to do that. #####. Conclusion. Integrating a lidar sensor with the Raspberry Pi opens up numerous possibilities for robotics, mapping, and environmental monitoring projects. By following this tutorial, you should be able to set up a lidar sensor and read distance measurements. Feel free to modify and expand upon the code to suit your project needs. Make sure to check your specific lidar sensor's documentation for any additional configuration or settings required. Happy coding!